Good afternoon, my melanated brothers and sisters. How are you doing this beautiful Mother's Day? I'm doing great. I'm out in nature as always, enjoying the weather. It's real windy today, but the birds are chirping. It's really, really nice out here, and I'm really enjoying it. I wanted to take a few moments to come on and make a point about something that's been very heavy on my heart in the last couple of days. I just found out that our brother, Rashad Jamal, has been arrested. I think it was Monday, if I'm not mistaken, Monday evening. The marshals pulled over he and his wife and children, and they've been after him for a while. For those of you who don't know Rashad Jamal, he is a brother that is on YouTube, and he fights really hard. He lives in Atlanta. He fights really, really hard for his people. He really goes after more than anybody I know. He really, he don't, he goes raw. He goes in. He teaches classes too, and he's just trying to think of the words to describe him. What I can say that expresses it the most is that I've not seen anybody that goes as hard as he does to fight for his brothers and sisters out here on this planet and in the cosmos. He is just simply amazing. And I didn't say he was perfect. I didn't, none of us are perfect, but he loves his brothers and sisters, and that's what amazes me the most is that he goes after these evils, these inorganic ones that's been trying to destroy us, and he's a ride or die for us, and that is what I love about him in spite of anything else. Well, he was just arrested, like I said before, and put in jail in Georgia. And what I wanted to mention to you is that what's happening with this situation with some of the other teachers that are out there, one in particular, Remedy H, I think is his name. I watched a video this morning, and I was quite startled and really bothered by some of the things he said. But it goes to show you still how no matter how hard we try to teach unity with our brothers and sisters and how to be on code, and there's always still some of us who just don't get it, and some of our people that are out here actually teaching as well, that's giving us stuff to help us, that's really helping to unite us as well, and really offering a lot, and then still some of them still turn right around and go backwards in these moments. And that's kind of what I want to mention about this situation. I have a couple of videos. I'm just going to show two excerpts on it and on them, and this is one of them I'm going to show you because it just shows we still got a long ways to go as a family, and the fact that we're all one together. Still, some of our people just don't get it. And even with some of these so-called conscious, high vibrating beings, they appear to be, when they turn around and do the kinds of things that I saw this brother do, that I really, just looking at the way he, listening to some of the things he said in this video about Rashad Jamal, it just automatically is so obvious that, he's not staying on code, which is we so desperately need right now, is to be on code with one another. It's it hurts my heart that we just don't seem to be able to get it, some of us, how important it is to be on code. But I'm going to play a portion of this video, just a little bit, because I have another excerpt I want to show you, just to kind of give you even a better understanding of where we are today still, in this time when you would think we would have it more together. So listen at this video and listen at what this young man is saying, Remedy H, and tell me what you think. But listen to this.
A series of hearings, and then afterwards that person would be extradited back to the state where the crime had happened, or where they were accused of a crime happening. Okay? So I hope you all understand how the legalities of how everything has taken place. Okay? This is the legalities of how everything has taken place. So, um, like I said, he can plead no contest and said something happened, but I don't want this to go to court, or I don't want to admit it. He plead guilty and say, okay, I did it. He can plead he pleads not guilty, and he can be heard by the case can be held by a bench trial. All right, and it's according to it's up to he and his attorney, whether it be a bench trial or a trial of juries. But the character letter, it's not going to do any good. It's not going to do any good. Like I said, that is the last point of desperation. That character letter, and the courts are not going to accept character letters because, in the eyes of the penal system or the court system, okay, they're looking, like I said, at the totality of the circumstances, and they are looking at everything else that surrounds the case and everything else that this person has done, and they're saying no bond. No bond whatsoever. He may be a flight risk, knowing that he's going to have a court case. He may want to try to retaliate against those who accused him. You know, you have so many different things that can take place. So they say no bond. When they say no bond, they're saying that he's possibly a danger to the public as well, or maybe to himself. And, you know, there's no bond. This is how it all takes place. So this is just the leak. I'm giving you guys all the legal stuff. All right, from years of being a police officer, knowing the system. The system works the same way all the way down. Nothing different. Okay? So I hope you guys understand. So yes, Rashad Jamal has been arrested, and his wife said that his warrant was originally for him to turn himself in. He never turned
Okay,
himself
I'm
in,
not
so
going
they
to
came
go
and
any
got him.
further because I'm going to give you the
Okay?
information where you can go on and watch it for yourself and, you know, and decide for yourself what I'm telling you that I feel like I'm hearing you're in agreement with or not. But he said a few other things that showed disunity, and the fact that, you know, he's a former police officer and he's trying to give us the legality to this situation. And then he's a god. He's a god. And so, and he's working in the realms of the universe. And so when you are that far, you know, up in the realms, then you should know that there are things that you can do, being that you have certain powers at that level, that you can change the whole situation, you know, by using, you know, what you are gifted with. So, but this is, I left this off and I got to say it, that they have been feuding publicly. And from what I saw, the last thing I saw was that Rashad tried to make things right because he began to rethink and decide, you know, we're brothers. And I think I saw him come on not so long ago and apologize and just tried to unify with this brother and get it right, because Rashad teaches very hard how we're one together, and we're a reflection of one another. And so, but this brother, from what I saw, he does not accept that. So it appears to me he's taking this opportunity to throw some pot shots at Rashad while Rashad is already down. And that's the stuff I'm talking about, family. We sometimes, if you can't say something good, sometimes it's best to just say nothing at all. But coming on here in front of our enemies and doing what he's doing and saying what he's saying, clearly there's something going on with him that would make him do that, because we don't have to do that, people. Our enemies, we have enough to have to deal with our enemies and what they do collectively to harm us. We don't need none of us to come in and help the enemy. So I want y'all to go back and take a look at this video. And I guess you can put in Remedy H and Rashad Jamal, because that's who he's speaking about. And you can watch the whole video for yourself, or I can put it out there where you can see it. But it just bothers me that we can't, when we get in front of the enemy, we can't dispel whatever feud we may have and just agree to disagree and stay unified, especially when we're out here. You know, they don't do this to each other. Other groups, they stick together. Now, they may fight in private, but when it comes to being in public in front of us, they're going to unify. They're gonna stick together, and they're not gonna get out here in public and bash each other. You just don't see that. It's very, very uncommon, and that's where we need to be and where we need to get. And so I'm looking at these brothers that are claiming to be gods and some goddesses, and I'm looking at how they act at the time when you would think they would show how much better we've gotten, and they just don't do it. And it's not just with this situation. This situation is very disappointing and I'm telling you, people came for him. People came for him in the comments, and I don't blame them, because it's just wrong. It's absolutely wrong to take to the airways to bash your brothers and sisters. But let me show you the other example that I have. Dr. Mumbi, some of you may know her. She's a personality on YouTube. She's an amazing personality, and her energy is just so positive. But she came on and she did a video as well today concerning the situation with our brother Kevin Samuels. And I want you to just listen to a little bit of what she said, because it made so much sense. And she's speaking about the state of melanated people today. And just listen to a little bit of this. And it's very sad as well about how people are celebrating this man's death. You know, from my understanding, more black women. Y'all, we got to stop that. Now is the worst time, if ever, to be behaving like that. Listen to this.
Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi.
I'm going to let you hear
How you
it.
doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you
The
are
bitter
well in
truth
all
by
your
Kevin
ways,
Samuels'
family, and that you're moving
death
into living
revealed
life,
about the
truly
state of,
on your
looks
own
like, black people.
terms. Special shout
So
out to our Patreon
listen to
family. Thank you
this.
so much for supporting us on that
I'm
platform.
very
Thank
hurt
you so
and
much, family, for
just
liking
saddened at our
and
people. I
sharing our
really
videos,
am.
for all the amazing comments, for all the love. I love you.
Oh my goodness. Bear with me. It's
sharing our videos,
turned
for all
off.
the amazing comments, for all the love. I love you guys right back. And just for the good vibes, the good energy that you send my way, may it come back to you tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, for real, for real. Really, really appreciate, love everyone that has subscribed to the channel. You guys are awesome. Now, so many emails. I even saw it in the comments where people were asking, what do I make of Kevin Samuels' death? Oh my God, did you know him? He, some people even like writing emails how, Mama Gaia has taken him out for dissing black women. And, there's just so much, family. And I've done my whole little conspiracy theory video, which is what people would think, but it's not really. Definitely check it out, where I really do feel that he was a sacrifice in terms of, because sacrifices are done as an energy harvest. It's all about harvesting our energy, and the energy they're harvesting is your hate, your jealousy, your envy, your just negative emotions. There's a certain how do I put this? There's a certain vibe that people give off that can actually be harvested by lower level beings. That's what you'd say Satan or Lucifer or the devil or the who literally signify, the reptilians who are ruling the world. Stories really for other days. But family, what do I make of this? I really think that for me, this shows you the Kevin Samuel story, just like the Will Smith story, but more this one, because this is the major first YouTube sacrifice among the black nation. I mean, there's been others, but anyway. For me, what it shows us is that there's definitely different levels to the black nation. And this shows people where they're at. You see, because any comment that you contributed or any sentiment that you agreed with doesn't say anything about Kevin Samuels, the man. It doesn't harm him. He's no longer here. May his soul rest in peace. So it says everything about who you are, the content of your character, the kind of person that is operating. It shows your thinking and your mentality. If you're laughing at his death, then you are at the lowest level family, because you were tuned into him. So you fed on that energy, and now you're vomiting on him after. Like, that just shows where you're operating at. Or every comment you make about him, about people, everything that you share is an energetic signature of who you are. And you see, to express and spew hate, you have to be hate. You have to become hate, so that that emotion and that feeling can come out of you, and you can actually have the audacity to do it to someone who probably has children. You're not thinking
So,
of it's not about the one who's died. It's
so
about the ones who are living. And I'm
you
not
heard her say, first of all,
supporting
that,
him, or bashing him. I'm not.
okay.
I'm not even there.
You heard her first of all say that she feels that he was sacrificed.
You tapped in and you tapped out. Looked at the craziness of how people were celebrating, and it's just like
Hold on. It does not want to cut off. I'm so sorry. So let me go back. So you heard her first say that she feels, and she's a very reputable teacher and goddess on YouTube, very reputable, Dr. Mumbi. But you heard her first say that she believes that it was a sacrifice, and which it would be, I guess, the first popular sacrifice. I'm sure there's been more, but this one is so publicized. His death is so publicized. She feels that it was a sacrifice, and they're still the evil ones are still harvesting energy, and so she feels that that they used this man, they had this man murdered, so that they can yet get another sacrifice in, and then harvest energy through us. Well, and at the same time, we still being collectively where we are today and not being able to unify, like I said earlier, and be one people the way we're supposed to. So we come right in and man, he's not even here physically. He can't, so to speak, hear what you're saying, the women that are bashing him. But we come right in front of the elites, in front of the same people that may have sacrificed him, and give off all this negative energy. And like she said, it doesn't prove anything other than who we are. It proves, what's inside of us and what we're made of, not what he's made of. The universe already has whatever he may have done. The universe is already taking care of that. They don't need us to come in and do what we're doing, what a lot of women are doing. And my understanding, more black women that are still angry and maybe hate him, So we're coming right in and still not being able to keep our words to ourselves and just let the system, universal system, take care of him. We come right in on our white horse, and we have to come in and bash and hate and spew evil too, because it's all evil, and destroy this man's character as if it may not have already been destroyed. We have to come in and do that. That shows a lack of unity, and it also shows that something is still wrong with us, and that we have not come that far to be able to come in and behave this way in the death of this man. He has family. My understanding, he has children and family. I mean, what is it that we just can't understand, that we are working against ourselves collectively when we respond like that? And it's all about how we respond. It's not what people do to us, it's how we respond to what they do to us. And it's just so, I was watching both videos this morning, and I was relaxing with my husband, and I was really frustrated. I'm saying, why can't we get it? Why can't we learn that we cannot continue to behave this way? we got to realize that we are collectively one people. We are a reflection of each other. And it doesn't help to come in and help our enemies destroy each other. It does not help. They don't need the help. You know, it does not help us. We're down here in the end game, and we're still behaving like this. We're still behaving like this. You know, I listened to Remedy H, and I'm like, the undertone was so hateful. You know, to come on and feel the need to analyze Rashad Jamal's situation. I don't think anybody's asking him to do that. You know, and then the hateful undertones, which it appears that there's some jealousy and some envy there, because Rashad Jamal, he really, if you got to go check this brother out, he is really, he's magnificent. He really is. And I'm not judging how he distributes or how he delivers his messages. I'm telling you what he's given us. You just don't see that. People are just not doing that. And we finally got a brother that goes in and gives it his all for us. And it's plain to see if you go look. And then you get this brother come in and talk down and talk bad about this young man in front of our open enemy. Why are we doing that? Why are we still doing that in 2022? And just like, ooh, that's a cat. Scared the mess out of me. Go. You're scaring me. I'm sorry, y'all. But just like Dr. Mummy just said, when we black women, they're saying it's black women, coming out bashing Kevin Samuels, it only tells us a lot about them. Like you as a people, if you're doing that. You know, we don't need to do that. We just don't need to do that. If we can't say something, good. Now, you got the enemy out here trying to take us off the face of this planet. And we got all the force for this man who is deceased. But yet when the enemy comes in and do 10 times as worse or more, then our lips are zipped. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that ain't right. Y'all know that works against us. That works against us collectively. You know, we're one people together. When are we going to get it? And now you really have to look at some of these teachers and analyze their motives and their behavior. Because collectively, we should never come in and bash our brothers and sisters, especially in front of our open enemy. That's what they expect. And that's what they look for. You don't think the CIA and the FBI and all of those guys on here watching to see what kind of response we're giving? And then people come in and do just what they expect. That's not unity, family. That's not love. They don't need our help. And we can't, in one breath, say we're working to unify us and protect us and save us from, what we're experiencing right now in the moment, and then turn around and select, a brother or a sister to come and, and destroy in front of our open enemy. In one breath, you're doing a good thing, and in the other breath, you're doing such a horrible thing. We have to stop that. That's not right. Come on, we got to wake up. We got to wake up, family. And I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing this. Of course I'm not. I'm sure there's several people who are seeing it. Thank you for listening. It's been bothering me. It's been agitating me. Definitely all morning. I've been like, I got to get to the camera so I can talk about it a little bit. So y'all, that's what's happening. I'm going to post both links, of course. I have to give the disclaimer, and I'm going to put that whenever I upload. And y'all, we still got a ways to go. Even in the midst of this war, at the end, we still are not there. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Click like if you haven't. Share, and subscribe as well if you haven't. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Ashe. Thank you for listening again. I love you. Bye bye.